fellas, here I was just sitting in the cafe, being ugly as usual, right? And I thought to myself, what do I actually do? You know what I'm saying? Like, not like, you know, in life, because, I mean, I'm pretty fucking solid as far as that goes right now, but like, everything else, you know what I'm saying? Like, usually, when I was on TikTok and whatnot, I didn't really have to have a directive for a channel, or, I mean, I did, but like, it was easier, you know what I'm saying? Because I could, like, just start throwing shit at the wall, and then something would work, but like, on YouTube, I feel like it's a little bit different. And it made me realize something, right? People get popular here off of the weirdest crap anyway, so who really gives a shit? Bro, there are people out here on Twitch and YouTube making bands right now, and they started playing 2K back in the day. That's where the career started. I'm sitting there like, bro, what the fuck? What do you mean you started off on 2K? How does that make any sense? Like, I swear to God, every one of these guys is always just, oh, they were crazy on 2K. I'm just sitting there like, when was this a thing? When was the 2K renaissance? Dude, when I tell you that I've been on YouTube since PewDiePie was originally uploading his Amnesia series, okay? I am frame one in this bitch. When was this era? Apparently your boy missed something, okay? I apparently was out, all right? I got frozen in ice. I got hit with the Captain America treatment. My ping was high. I was playing with my left testicle instead of my right. My controller got disconnected. I was in a coma. But goddamn, what's a fella gotta do to fetch an answer around me? Listen, okay, I understand, all right? Everybody has their own route, their own way, their own path, all right? Even I'm forging my own as we're going through the motions here, all right? But go fuck yourself. Let me tell you, fellas, it is the most annoying shit in the world actually finding out that there's legitimately no instruction to this, right? I mean, there's kind of some that you can like make up, you know, and kind of go with for a while. But afterwards, you know, after you do that initial stuff, yeah, no, you just kind of have to write your own fucking script. It could be something that you tried, you know, your absolute hardest on, or it could just be like one of those throwaway videos that you really don't give a shit about. You can literally blow up overnight, and it could just be pure luck. And I honestly think that's one of the initial struggles that I had, you know, like wondering where my success actually came from. Because when you finally find your audience, right, it's just one of those things that is just like, you want to keep them, right? But you want to make sure you're also keeping them for the right reasons, and, you know, you're able to keep them because you're entertaining to a certain extent. I grew up with a lot of issues with self-confidence, so it makes these kinds of situations harder to accept because it seems more like a fluke than, you know, a solidified thing that I'm doing, you know, out of hard work. Which is the entire reason why I asked myself that question, you know, what am I actually doing? Because a lot of the time it doesn't really feel like I'm doing too hard of work at all. Which led me to this conclusion. There's two really hard parts to all of this. Because of the natural struggle with self-confidence, I don't really value what I do as like a person in general, right? Like my actions to myself aren't nearly as valued as they might be to other people, right? And I track this in a way to where it's like, oh, I can see a comment that says something like, oh, hey, you made my day like a whole lot better, or I haven't smiled in a while and you really made my, you made me do that. And I'm like, man, I'm glad that you can smile, you know? But like, I don't see that as my doing. I see that as, I don't know, you just deciding to feel good off of my, you see how that, like, it doesn't make any sense, but like, my brain will just somehow reroute it to like, make it to where it's not because of me. And it's not a thing that bothers me, really, at all, right? Like, I don't always need to be the catalyst of the world around me, and I'm okay with, you know, not affecting other people. But in a limelight like this, I do, and I don't necessarily know how to clock that. Like, the reality of it is, I'm just here to have a good time, smile, and do whatever the fuck I want to do, right? And it's not about, you know, attracting the audience more towards that, right? I'm just being me. And people just so happen to just start following that. And I mean, originally, you know, the plan was hopefully I, you know, eventually get somewhere with this, you know, maybe turn it into an occupation. And I ended up doing that, right? But it's not because of a fling that everybody decided to like keep watching me. It's because of me. You know what I'm saying? It's because I'm just being myself. That's the first weird thing that I had to clock. Content creation is not supposed to be an act. It's just supposed to be you. Everything that's here on this channel is not because I wanted numbers to kick up, it's just because I wanted it to be there, right? And to show you explicitly what that actually means to me, none of my videos are scripted, none of them, Absolutely none of them. I just do this shit on the fly. I don't even know what I'm about to say next. Hooba deeba doo gabba dabba. Flip dabbity doo. You see what I mean? Life is just easier when you just sit back and do things that you want to do and not worry about what other people think about. Me asking that question to myself sets a divide between the audience and myself. Because the entertainment way of explaining that question is, what do I do to be more entertaining to you guys? And then I'll copy a video that I did in the past, you know, do the same thing over and over again, and it will end up working, you know what I'm saying? And I can do it over and over again. But like, then it's just not me, because I hate doing things the same way over and over again. It gets repetitive. That's why sometimes I even bother to mix it up, you know? Like, when's the last time I actually did a food review on this channel? Exactly. And that doesn't mean I hate doing the food reviews. If anything, and that's actually the most creative thing that I can actually sink my teeth into. It changes every single time. It's amazing. And honestly, I think that's just who I want to be and what I really want to do here, you know? Just enjoy myself. Show you guys the soul. This career that I just sprouted out of nowhere isn't some media mashup. It's a once in a billion chance just to show you guys who I actually am. I think the last thing that I should do with that kind of opportunity is overthink it, you know? I'd rather just make the most of it. And as for the answer to the question, what the hell do I actually do? I don't know, man, who gives a shit? I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I do and keep enjoying myself while doing it. Plus, I do a little bit of everything, you know? I commentate, I cook, I play video games, I stream, like, it doesn't really matter, you know? I'm quite literally the walking definition of variety. Variety. Maybe that's the thing that I do. Thank you for swinging by the Void Cafe. On your way out, be sure to like, subscribe, and smile for the cameraman, or if you're staying for a little bit longer, there's plenty of videos on the menu just for you.